National Fab Lab Network. And today I'm going to talk about some innovations in education that are emerging from the Fab Lab Network as well as the Fab Foundation. So how did I get into this business? Well, women at my age have midlife crises, what can I say? And I started out in 2001. I was a producer, writer, and director for documentary television in science specifically, telling stories about technology, medicine, primarily. And I was working for NHK, I was working for the BBC, I was working for public television in the United States. And I got to travel all over the world and meet Nobel laureates and scientists and technologists and engineers that were at the forefront of their disciplines. And so why would I want to change jobs? Why would I want to get out of that? Because it was an amazing, amazing opportunity, you might ask. And I would tell you that this was about the time where the 500-channel Death Star was about to come into play. And documentaries were just, the content and the quality was just not very good anymore. It was, they were deteriorating. And I really wasn't interested in that anymore. So I was sitting one Sunday morning with a cup of coffee in my kitchen, reading the newspaper, and I saw this insane advertisement for a program manager at the Center for Bits and Atoms at MIT. And I said, Center for Bits and Atoms, what the heck is that? And I gotta check that out. So I made an appointment and I met Neil Gershenfeld, and the rest is history. I never looked back. I decided that I wanted, instead of telling the story of science and technology, I wanted to participate. I wanted to become a protagonist. And so very soon after I got to MIT, I signed up for Neil's class, How to Make Almost Anything, now a very famous class. And I found that it was an incredibly transformative experience. In this class, in one semester, you learn all the tools and processes of digital fabrication. And then at the end of the semester, you have to come up with one integrated project that uses some of the tools and processes and that is actually a functional system. This was such a powerful learning experience because I pulled for the knowledge when I needed it and I applied it right away. And there's just no beating that kind of educational experience. And it convinced me that Fab Labs were the future for innovation and development around the world, and that the killer application, at least for me, for Fab Labs, was education. So as the network grew, as we went from 1 to 5, 10, 20, 40, 60, 80, and who knows how many we are now, we realized we had a distributed network. We had a distributed resource. All of these labs shared the same tools and processes, and in fact, we're a worldwide resource in a way, a distributed network. And so we decided that we ought to, the other thing that we realized as this network was growing is that we were collecting really unusual students and learners around the world. People who were frustrated by their local educational systems because they were too smart. They were dropping out of school because the school couldn't support them, or they were just plain old bored and making trouble, and the schools were about to kick them out. But we were collecting a very unusual, very smart, very different kind of learner who was very frustrated with the educational system in their local community. And so just a few examples of these. You met Abu, who is right here. Abu Adam is from a small village in Ghana. He ended up going to Takoradi Technical Institute. He was trapped at a very young age as a vocational student, and he went to Takoradi Technical Institute to learn the automotive repair industry, or that trade. And he discovered the Fab Lab there, and he realized that engineering was what he was really interested in, and he ended up going to Century College in Minnesota and intends to go back to Ghana to teach and to help his country build its future. Also down here, you'll see this is a 14-year-old young man. His name is Hans Christian. He's from Norway.